Gary, just start off by your overall thoughts of the game tonight.
We started doing some really good things. I liked our start. We were breaking pucks out well. We were snapping a puck around. Everything was going good. And, right away it just seems like, their first goal was just a very harmless thing. All of a sudden there's just a loose puck in the side slot. Widmar's got on his stick. Guy's stick lifts him real quick and just throws it at the net and boom, bar down and in. And it's just... The problem is, with our team right now, we're so fragile is that when that happens, how do we respond and come out of it? And, over the next 5 minutes, we had some chances to work the puck off the rush. Guys were trying to do too much with it. We had a couple bad turnovers there, gave them some momentum. And that's the issue right now with our group is they mean well. It's a good group of guys. But the problem is that when we have adversity right now during this losing streak, everybody wants to start trying to be the hero and do it all themselves instead of just sticking to the game plan of what we go into. And our level of patience with the game plan is just extremely thin. It's whenever it strikes, and you're just starting to see the frustration of guys. And you can't execute as a professional athlete when you're slamming your stick on the glass and you're frustrated. I mean, there's 2 periods of hockey left. We got guys. Our captain's slamming his stick on the glass, after a goal. We can't have that. We need to be above that. We need leaders to lead during this time right now. We need guys to go out there and play with their hearts on fire. And, it's just not enough right now. And everything's magnified right now when you're going through something like this. It seems like, we get a chance, we get a breakaway, it's off the post. They get a bounce, it's in the back of the net, But we just didn't do enough, Again, had a couple power plays, again, in selfish penalties. Here it's at the beginning of the second period. We're on the power play. We win the face-off. We end up turning the puck over, and our captain takes a slashing call from behind, and we lose the chance to do a power play. At the end of the game, we get some momentum. We take a dumb penalty, and then we're down 5-on-4, and one of our assistant captains takes a selfish penalty, puts us down 5-on-3. I can't make this stuff up. That's what's going on right now. And so, again, the issue is there's always so much accountability that can happen with this team right now because we only have right now 9 forwards. We only have so many defensemen, so guys are going to keep getting opportunities right now. The best thing for the group right now is they got to come together and they got to figure it out against the same opponent. When you get your butt smoked and you get to play the same team the next night, that should make you even more motivated. And I'm excited to see what kind of effort they can come out. But really, having to climb from behind over and over again is not good for our group. But then you look at last week, we get up 2-0, 2-0 on the road games, and then we lost those leads too. So there's something going on right now, and we got to figure it out internally in the room because it's frustrating to see because it's not for a lack of talent. We just need some guys to really start elevating here.
The first 10 minutes of the third period was good hockey for you guys, and you got 2 goals out of it. What did you see then that you maybe didn't see at any other point in the game?
I don't know. I mean, unfortunately, I had to go in there and lose my mind and act like an idiot after the second period. Mm-hmm. Why should I have to bring the pom-poms out and act like an idiot to get a response? Mm-hmm. This is professional hockey. That's the non-negotiable. I shouldn't have to coach effort and attitude. I shouldn't have to coach that. This is professional hockey.
You get these, like you said, you're going to turn around tomorrow night and play again. I guess what you're hoping, and you got to hope that they come out and for 60 minutes they play like you saw maybe those first 10 minutes of the third period where they were really creating chances and crashing the net, led to a goal, another goal scored. Those kind of things you got to see, I guess, right?
You'd hope so.
Are you glad you're playing tomorrow night right away to get this, when you...
Bring up more games the merrier at this point. I mean, it gives us a chance. I mean, again, you play the same team. It's what they're going to bring. They're a good hockey team. But again, for us, like I said, we problem is I think we gave up 5 goals on 14 shots. I mean, I don't even know if I've ever been a game of that in 22 years coaching. I mean, that's nuts. I mean, we didn't give up a ton of opportunities. It's just they were just extremely opportunistic with everything they got. So, if we can check well tomorrow night, defend well, be patient with our game plan, we got a chance. We got a chance any night, but that's the name of the game.
take where, it's a players only type of meeting that they're going to have to sit down and really look at the problems that they're causing, especially with the undiscipline with the penalties?
It's a great question. You know what? Actually, I talked about that in the second period. And I asked the team if they have had a closed-door players-only meeting. And the response I got from the captains was, kind of. There's your problem right there.
So going into the third, you had to kind of lose your mind.
Yeah.
Now going into the game tomorrow, what is your stance? What are your thoughts on how you're going to approach the team to get their act together?
Well, again, it's as a you're seeing Saban talk about it, Belichick. Coaching nowadays is different. I've been coaching now over 20 years. It's different. It needs to be a player-led effort. A coach can only do so much, and this is where, again, we're going to get the pre-scout done. We're going to show them some things on film that they can do. We had a really good pre-scout showing the things that were open, and we didn't execute on them. We're not executing the things that we're spending all this time on in the film room, trying to get better, giving them some things to be successful with it, and they're not applying it. So again, we're going rogue. And when you go rogue like that, especially when you're struggling, it's tough to get momentum going, So it's really just a total and complete buy-in from the captains on down. And again, it's not just for the leaders. We got a lot of other guys that in there that don't wear letters, that are guys that have been around. So, again, the only way out of this is the old school work ethic. Put your work boots on, win an ugly, greasy game. And that's the other thing, too, I think you guys, I talked to the group this week, you have to admit that there's a problem. If you're not willing to look yourself in the mirror and admit that there's a problem, you can't come out of adversity. And I still think there's some guys in there that are still thinking it's rainbows and unicorns out there, and it's far from it.